We are back with Cathy, our student financial aid expert. She's answering questions about student loans and debt. So we're going to bring it back to this. There is a new requirement for students and parents to give approval to retrieve tax info. Kind of talk about this.
So this is a new requirement with the FAFSA because the Department of Education will be pulling your information from the Internal Revenue Service. They want to make sure they have your consent to do that. So they're basically asking for your approval to pull the information and then consent to share it with your school, college, or university. That consent and approval will be required. It's part of the FAFSA form. You can still go ahead and complete the FAFSA without giving that consent and approval, but they will remind you that they're not going to process your FAFSA until you give that consent and approval on the FAFSA form. So we're recommending that you just go ahead and do that so that you can have your FAFSA processed and determine what financial aid you're going to be eligible to receive.
Okay, so then the 2024-2025 FAFSA will determine financial aid eligibility based on 2022 income. What if a family's income has decreased?
So that's a great question. If a family has had a change in income, particularly if they've had a loss of a job or something like that, or had some major expenses, maybe medical expenses or something like that, they can file a financial aid appeal with the financial aid office at their school, college, or university, basically letting them know the details of that change and why they think that they'll be in need of more financial aid for college.
And students, do they need to complete the FAFSA if they don't want student loans?
So they don't have to complete the FAFSA if they don't want student loans and they don't think they're going to qualify for any need-based aid. However, we recommend that everyone complete the FAFSA. First of all, you want to keep your options open, and you don't know, something could change and you might want to take out student loans later on. The FAFSA determines your basic eligibility for federal student loans, and you may have some additional forms to complete later, but you need to complete the FAFSA first if you think there's a possibility that you might want student loans. The other reason why people should complete the FAFSA is a lot of states use it for their state financial aid programs. In addition, the institution, the school, college, or university may use it for their institutional aid. And so some of that is need-based, but some of it is also merit-based. And so you don't want to miss out on any financial aid that you might be eligible to receive. There are also some other scholarships, too, that use information from the FAFSA, so you'll want to go ahead and complete it.
All really good advice. I'm like taking notes, for maybe kids someday. I'm ready. All right, well, we're going to come back with some more questions, but first we're going to get a look at that weather.